There are multiple ways to change an object's wireframe color, so in this lesson, we'll teach you all of them. First, let's put in some objects in our viewport. Let's turn off the grid too, so we can gain some focus. When we turn on wireframe unshaded, either by selecting its icon here, or under the shading menu, wireframe unshaded, and let go of the selection, we will see blue shading around all of these objects. We can change their colors individually by selecting the ones that we would like to customize. Maybe these three, and then under the display menu, wireframe color. Under the drop down, we'll find RGB and index. And on the RGB, we can choose any custom color for the wireframes. And then after we hit on apply, when we let go of the selection, we'll see the wireframes update on the objects that we selected. With the index, we can assign each of these 8 individual colors to an object that we'll choose. So when we select on an object, index, the color, apply. Index, color, apply. Index, color, apply. And we can keep going. We can also customize all of these index colors by going to the Windows, Settings, Preferences, and then Color Settings. Under the General tab, User Defined. These 8 colors here will correspond to these index colors here. So when I change the values for these, we'll see them update right over here. After we create a mess and we do not like the changes we've made, we can hit reset to save, and then they'll snap back to their defaults. You see it hasn't updated inside our window here, and it's just a little bug. After we push the slide a little bit, it will just snap back as it was. We can hit on save to the preference folder, or we can just hit on close. The next button here says default. When we select all of our objects or some of them and then hit the default, it reverts back to my default. So let's turn them all back to default. What if you weren't satisfied with Maya's default? What if you wanted to change the blue default to a custom color? So anytime you create a new object, you get a custom color instead of this blue default. Well, let's get on it then. We can do this when we go to the Windows menu, Settings, Preferences, Color Settings. And inside here, the Inactive tab, we expand the Object section. The attribute here will control an inactive object wireframe. So for example, we have polygon surfaces here that are inactive. When we slide on the slider to any custom color here, let's say red, we see the inactive polygon objects updating to red. So we can make inactive black. Again, what if we wanted to change the active wireframe from green to a different color? Under the active tab, when we expand the general, we'll see this one, lead object, and we can change it to any color that we want here. Aside the lead object, the rest of the objects will be selected white. So what if we wanted to change the white themselves to a different color? We could also do that under the object section. We expand it. Active polygon surface, change it right here to maybe another blue. So all active polygon selections will feed back blue by default. Even if you create new objects here, they'll feed back blue. The same principle applies to active cameras and light, and inactive objects, cameras and light, and IK handles, and all over here. So feel free to customize the wireframes to all suit your own preference. That'll be for this lesson, and thank you.